All right, am I on? Are we here? Hello, all people, do you hear me? Are we here? All right, I think we are. Well, hello, folks, and excuse my dishevelled demeanour. I'm not long up, and I was actually, I was just about to go out. I was just about to go out and buy some breakfast cereal. But on my way out, I noticed this incredible tutorial. Let me show you. It's really, really great. It's on React and Tailwind, and it's how to build a modal. Here it is here. So it's a button. Click me to open modal, and it's you do all of this code here. It looks really interesting, and something to do with compiling, and on we go. And then after what we got here. After about 25 and a half minutes, eventually, do we get it? Let's see. Come on. Yay, there it is. There it is. So that's what you get with React after 25 and about 25 minutes, 20 odd seconds. Interestingly, the modal doesn't have any animations or anything like that. So I thought it would be a little bit of fun to see how long it takes us to do this with Trongate. And of course, Trongate is not using any third-party libraries. So let's just play the video here. Now, I don't want to get copyright strike, but we've got this now playing, right? So welcome to React and all of that stuff. And I'm going to get going. So I have a little site here on localhost. And what I'm going to do is head into this welcome controller here. And I'm going to make a little method here. You can say public if you want. Strictly speaking, you don't need to, but I'll just say it. And I'll just say test. Okay, and then I'm just going to say this view test, something like that. So if I now head to the base URL, welcome/test, you can see it's looking for this view file. So in the views directory, we're going to have a new file called test.php. Okay, and there it is. So I'm going to make a basic HTML page like this, and I'm going to include Trongate.css. There it is there. And down here, I'm also going to have some JavaScript, and I'm going to include app.js like that. Okay, now let's just have a little button. Now, what does it say here? Okay, let me have a look. Click me to open modal. All right. So that would be a button. Click me to open modal. Something like that. All right. So let's have a little refresh. Okay, so I'm going to do a wee bit of styling to try and make this thing look decent. I'll say, let me just think here. Body. Right. I'm not the best CSS guy in the world. I'll say minimum height 100 VH. Display is flex. Let's just say align item center. Justify content center. All right, cool. Now I'm going to add a class of alt, which is going to make the button go clear like that. And now I'm going to write the code for a modal. Now, what have we got in the video here? Okay, so it's something like that. Right, mine will be slightly different. I could do it exactly the same though. You know what? Maybe I will do it the same. So the idea is you make a div with an ID of modal, and you give your modal, or pardon me, a class of modal, and you give your modal an ID. I'll call it demo modal like that. And then it looks like there's a paragraph here, let's say, with text. Now, hold on a second. It's a paragraph with a class of text right. Now, up the top right, it says the word close. I'm just looking at what they've got here. All right, we'll look at this in a minute, maybe. And then here, it's, okay, so that's classes text center. And then it just seems to say, hi, I'm your modal. Is it something like that? All right, something like that. And I'm going to add in a little style equals display of none. Okay, so when we click on this button, I want it to open up this modal here. So I'm going to say on click equals open modal, and then in the parenthesis, I'll put in the ID of the modal. It's demo modal. So refresh, click, and we're not too far off this already. Okay, so let's do a little bit more styling, shall we? I'm going to say that if we're talking about modals and we're talking about paragraphs, let's have... I'm making these numbers up. I haven't practiced this. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll have padding top and bottom 0. Aha, that's our close thing looking quite good. Now also, I'm going to say if we're talking about the modal and it's the second paragraph, that's nth child 2. Let me just check. Yep, that's that. So for that one, we'll just say minimum height is, it looks about 460 pixels. Maybe not quite. Let's go with 340. Yeah, that looks about right. So we'll go with that. I'll say display is flex, align item center, justify content center, and I'll get rid of this background color here. Okay, let me think here. Okay, now I think I'm going to cheat. Top minus 4M, position relative. Ah ha ha, top minus 1. I told you I'm rubbish at the CSS. Right, there we go, that's kind of cool. So now we're just going to do a thing for closing the modal. And to do that, I'll just put this close inside a little span here. Now that should not change it. And then all we're going to do is just say on click equals close modal. So now we can click and close. And there you go. And I'm sure I could add a cursor if I wanted to as well. So that would be, if we have a paragraph with a span, cursor is pointer. All right, and there it is. Thank you very much indeed. And I forgot to hit play, but anyway, hopefully that saved you a little bit of time, you know? Thank you very much, Stefan. How you doing? I'm going to have to head out just now, but I hope that that was useful for somebody. I'll maybe catch you later on. I'll be doing some documentation for Trongate MX today. I've almost finished the documentation, and I'm really quite excited about that. So stay cool, and I will see you very soon. Cheers.